pocket, and you go from to done.
I know. 30 seconds, fuse. We're at 30 seconds.
I'm not concerned with whether you fail, but if you're content with your failure.
Yes. And that's confusion.
I'm gonna come watch your
1 minute.
I feel like you're just coming out. Someone should do candy festival there.
Someone should do your mom. What up? 1 minute, 30 seconds, fuse.
Okay, so we're going to talk to you guys for about 5 minutes. The topic I decided to choose was, I'm not concerned with whether you have failed. I'm concerned with if you're content with your failure. By Judges ready? Only we should job that one. Anyway, I'd like to start off tonight by saying that I failed. I've failed millions of times just in the 16 years that I've been alive, which is actually pretty impressive if you put it in ratio form. I mean, just today I've made probably half a dozen failures. Okay, that's a lie. That's at least 100 failures today. I mean, I was supposed to pick my mom up at 5. I got there at 5:30. I was supposed to wear a suit tonight. That didn't work out. And, well, a million other things that I don't really want to go into detail about. But the thing is, I wasn't really concerned with what I was doing or the decisions I was making. But I wasn't content with the failures that I made. And I promised that if my suit wasn't lying in a heap on my bedroom floor, that I would have been wearing it tonight. Or at least would have gone to company then to try and fix it. The thing is, with failure, it's something that is in every part of every one of your lives. But it's something that we can grow from. Now, this quote is very optimistic if it's on the right terms. And that's going to be my first point. My second point is, you shouldn't believe a single thing I just said in my first point. And lastly, I'm going to talk about why you all are complete failures. Well, at least not yet. So as I was saying, this is a pretty optimistic quote, at least from some point of view. I mean, yes, it does say that it's okay to fail, but at least you're not content with that failure. At least you're going out of your way after your failure has happened to rise above everything and try to make yourself at least a little bit better. I mean, I did that today. I promised my mom that tomorrow I would pick her up at 5, mainly because she grounded me. But I swore that no matter what, any failure that I've made in my life, I'm trying to do something to amend it, at least for some point or another. Because a failure is something that you shouldn't be sad about. It's not something that you should be ashamed of. It's something that you should accept because it's going to happen sometime in your life, but you should always go out of your way to overcome it and find a new way. Now, while that quote was pretty optimistic, it's completely untrue. And I feel a little bad that I just lied to you guys for about a minute. The thing is, it doesn't we shouldn't be concerned with failure, just that we should not be content with it. Overall, we should all be concerned with failure. We shouldn't all wake up every day and say, I'm going to fail. I mean, that's how I start my day, but that's it. The thing is, so we have to be aware of the fact that we shouldn't fail. We should want to succeed as much as we possibly can, no matter what the outcome may be. Now, while I am concerned with failure, and I've never will really be content with it, because only drug addicts and Charlie Sheen are content with failure. All right, well, that's Charlie Sheen. I knew there was no drug addict, no one to stop. But when you're content with failure, everything in your life goes at least somewhere wrong. I mean, I'm not exactly concerned with failure. I mean, this week alone, I only showed up to 2 days of school, and in those 2 days of school, I only showed up to 10 minutes in class for each period. But, I mean, I realized that every minute that I spent out of class was something I didn't learn. When I timed it up by the minutes and then by the number of hours, I'm pretty sure I just lost half my knowledge. And then I kind of realized that when I didn't learn something, it's more likely I'm going to get a bad grade, and when I get a bad grade, I will graduate. When I don't graduate, then I'm going to be a server at McDonald's. and then instead, we're going to continue on with why you shouldn't fail, because no one wants to work at McDonald's, at least not after graduating. So, all of you guys are really failures, and I'm putting it a little harshly. I mean, you just aren't living up to all the potential that you all have. And I know it's true. I've seen many of you fail on a daily basis. Now, sometimes we don't really acknowledge those failures as much as we should. Sometimes we just hide them, when we shouldn't. I would proudly display all of the failures I made in the current days. In fact, I think I did at my first point. When you display your failures, it makes your success even more relevant to what you are. I mean, I plan to be ruler of the universe in 4 years. And when all of my failures come out, when I am ruler of the world, my success will just seem so much more prominent because of all the failures and all the things I had to overcome. Now, none of you were failures because you all succeeded in something. Now, that success wasn't failing, which does seem a little confusing if you don't think about it. The thing is that at least when you were failing, you were making an active decision to either do something or not do something. You were making an active decision to change something in your world. Whether it was for the better or worse, not really relevant. The fact is that you made an active decision to fail. And once you found out it was a failure, you knew you were going to change it. And the more changes you make to your failures, the less you'll fail. So while you might not be me and have 1 million+ failures each day, you may be able to overcome these failures and make a new opportunity out of it. Make something completely new that you've never tried and succeed a little bit more. And the less and less you fail, the more likely you are to go on and succeed. But never be ashamed of your failures. Always realize that every failure you made was something that led you to a success in your life. And so, stop making fun of my gestures, you jerk.